Infinity War. A simple "the" before infinity would have added a greater sense of epicness to the potentially uncreative subtitle, but since Infinity War is generally the only Marvel movie I have felt from a storytelling perspective, I grant its pass. Thanos, sadly, is the most relatable, interesting, and personable character Marvel has renditioned from the comics to the big screen, in my opinion. That's why I liked Infinity War so much. It was the story of this incredibly twisted, powerful, but incredibly burdened individual. I may just be a psychotic person as well, but seeing Thanos finally obtain what he believed to be right felt so satisfying, and the ending of the movie left me wanting more of his story. Thanos' story has the potential to be not just good, but fantastic if done correctly. I want to try and pitch an idea that focuses less on the heroes, but more on Thanos, his moral dilemma, and his relational ties with the characters in their current situations, to create a theme centered around self-righteousness and the value of life. Marvel has a chance to set up a real spike here, and I want to explain why. Let's begin. First off, Thanos. At the end of the movie, Thanos completes his mission. He faced off against literally every person that hated him and came out victorious, finally getting to see the sun rise with the universe in proper balance. What makes Thanos such an interesting character is his impenetrable will. He firmly believes everything he's doing is right, but is also sympathetic to certain characters like Iron Man and Gamora. This breeds a sense of confidence in a villain that almost feels like a greater sense of maturity over his opponents. What makes this more prevalent is his willingness to sacrifice that really is not seen from the Avengers. Rogers even said to Vision, "We don't trade lives." Though his choice to kill Gamora and torture Nebula are wrong, of course. He knows what must be done in order to achieve what he wants, even if it costed him everything. Now that he's obtained his desires, Thanos is left alone. Half the universe is gone. Now where is he left to go? I want to see Thanos struggle with this. I want to see him miss Gamora more as the days pass, to think of his past and ponder, was it all worth it? A simple scene of him trying to interact in a newly balanced universe as king would be interesting. Almost every race would want to crucify him for his actions. How would he react? Would he be kind? Would he see his quest as incomplete? What is an example that he can point to and say, "See, this is why I did what I did"? Questions like this could expand on Thanos' personality while not breaking his character. Placing himself as the judge of life itself, answering these questions could reveal how Thanos views a soul itself in antiquation with his own. In turn, answering the ultimate question, why is he truly doing this? Another factor of Thanos' development is the Avengers' reaction to the events that have taken place and will take place. Their current state right now is them dealing with the shock of their loss against Thanos. Now they must try to see a way to fix what has happened or stop Thanos if he is not satisfied with the outcome. The only person who is theorized by the community to know how to beat Thanos is Doctor Strange. Therefore, Doctor Strange would most likely be the rallying point for the Avengers to assemble pre-Roger Stark schism. Doctor Strange, however, no longer has the ability to see into the future. One, because of the Infinity Stone, and two, because he's dead. The timeline could change and nobody will have any way of knowing if there is still a possibility of killing him. If all our heroes end up reuniting as friends right in the beginning anyway, I will be really disappointed. All these egos could easily occupy half the universe that Thanos has destroyed, and then some. I'd like to see them work for it at first. Since the Avengers' numbers have been hemisected, there is room to play the, quote, "we have to do this because the world is in danger" card, and nobody would be the wiser. But please don't! I want Stark and Rogers to be completely honest with each other about what has happened. How they both faltered in their leadership and actually feel grief, not just for themselves, but for each other. Like Thanos, I want our heroes to deal with the new reality before them. How does it feel to live on a planet where half the population has died in an instant? What do people think of the Avengers now? Do they have motivation to go after Thanos? Do they think Thanos should have won? These questions would be amazing to see wrestled with and fleshed out. Experiencing these phenomenons would help deliver coexistence within the group, but from a reality we can actually resonate with. Thanos could really start to become a person in our heroes' minds rather than just an objective, completely uncaring of why Thanos believes what he's doing is right. Now, why would I want this, you ask? Let me explain. The Avengers are currently facing the biggest loss of their career, while Thanos has just accomplished what his life has been leading up towards. Thanos' contentment and achievement would be so desirable right now. However, Thanos is sitting alone, somewhere in the universe, in his own world. The Avengers probably have so much to deal with now with half the Earth's population gone. Problems of resources, manpower, and reconstruction. In a way, there are the problems that inspired Thanos to do what he did to begin with. If Thanos, right after or in time, saw that his way of resolve did not work, Thanos would have to make one of two choices. Either realize he was wrong and fix what he had done, or accept that he views himself above everybody else, for he made himself the arbiter of the universe's state of being. So, which of these choices would be the better story? Well, in my opinion, both. If Thanos' one goal was to keep the Earth in balance, then it would be interesting to see how he would follow up on his actions after he wiped out half the universe. The Avengers could realize that all Thanos wants to do is make the universe right, and he came to the conclusion that he is the person to do that. It would be a very introspective comparison to our heroes who fling themselves in harm's way to stop oncoming events, as they have authorities that they too disrespect in order to do what they think is right. The only difference is how they handle it. A solution is a big part of the morality sphere when resolving a conflict of life and death. Why you say you do something is completely different from why you do something. There is a part of Thanos that wishes everything could be right, but the Avengers are assigned to protect the Earth and cannot allow Thanos to continue his onslaught. It would be a disservice and betrayal to humanity, despite wishing everything could be right as well. It would be amazing to see the Avengers finally accept that they are tired of fighting. This could be the chance for them to realize that death is so much closer than they once thought, and realize that they cannot do this forever. Thanos could grow weary of trying to keep the universe in balance that he forgets the cost, and the illusion he created for himself. It could all lead to a climactic yet tragic showdown of the Avengers putting to rest their endless war against injustice and Thanos' endless conquest to maintain what is right in his own eyes. Ending with Thanos realizing that he was wrong to have crowned himself God, and now must die knowing the universe will never be in balance. This leaves the viewer with the question, is this war of injustice meant to last for infinity? Will it always be a constant battle, never ceasing to end in a constant spiral of self-created purpose, knowing no injustice will never cease to exist? That's not gonna happen. Lols, no, Ant-Man's just going to go subatomic to snatch the Time Stone to revert back to when Star-Lord was about to punch Thanos and then tell him, no, then get the glove off, capture Thanos, and the story ends. Ah, well, I guess I can dream. Anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please leave your ideas about what you want for part 2 as well. I really hope that they're able to wrestle with this kind of concept in the next installment. It would be really sad to see this epic setup just be absolutely destroyed by a terrible plot, in my opinion, because I really want to see where they're going to go with this. But yeah, no, leave your things in the comments below, and I will read them, and you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you. See you.